our drug use was not, this wasn't light use. We were on very hard drugs, and in any way, in any method you could take them. We were flirting with death on a daily basis.
Because I dug myself in such a deep hole, and I just didn't think I could ever get out.
When I did get saved that day in the Word, I knew that there was a cost, and I accepted that. I didn't feel that and I knew the cost was I was going to have to lay down drugs. I knew that I was going to have to lay down lots of things that constituted who I was and how I was living. And I didn't feel that I would be able to do that. I didn't feel that I would be capable of that. But the good news is, I guess I'm not, and I wasn't. But He is, you know. And I didn't understand that. All I knew that I knew that He wanted that, and I knew that I wanted what He wanted. But I really, there was a part of me that felt like I was going to fall down. This was a mountain that I could not climb. But he took what I did have was a willingness. I was willing to be willing. You know, I didn't have much, you know, and He took that and met me there and began to walk with me and say, and He would press it upon my heart, we're going to quit this. This is going to stop. And I'm like, okay. And so like she said, I would come to her with this conviction. I'm going to lay this down. And I didn't know, but I was being tested, because the first time I thought, wow, we're going to do this, we're going to join hands, and we're just going to walk away from every bit of this. And when she looked me in the face and was like, I love you, but God ain't spoke nothing like that to me. I'm going to keep on right here. And I had a decision to make.
Right.
Am I going to stay where I was, even though she's not coming with me, or am I going to go and try to do what I know God's calling me to do? But like she said, you know, when you honor God, He'll come through with what needs to come through. Because, you know, fast forward 2 weeks, I've laid this thing down, and I'm you know, God's met me there, and it's happening. She says, I'm ready, honey. Yeah. You know, and He began one by one to just shave bad things off of our lives, and it's still doing it today. It was so crucial to leave where we're from, where we were connected to, the place that we had gotten. You know, we could easily get our drugs and do our thing. It was so crucial. That was step one, and that's what He laid out. Step one was to leave everything you've known and everything that you were connected to, and go get away from that. And that was so crucial. And that was really step one. For anyone that would hear this and be in a place of not having any hope, or be in a place of desperation and feel like there's just no exit and there's no way out, that God doesn't care for me, because that was me. I believed in God from a child, because I was taught that, but I didn't believe God would like me, love me, accept me, because I knew who I was and I knew who I lived. And it took some time for me to understand that I was exactly that a person in my situation was exactly who He was looking for. And so it's so important to know that there is hope. There really is. There's hope in the Lord. All my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterdays are gone. All my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by blood. I'm no stranger to prison. I wore shackles and chains. I've been free and forgiven. I'm not going back. I'll never be the same. And all my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterdays are gone. And all my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by